LDBC, forget it. I don't give a damn about no introduction, man. Look, shout out to Steve Austin for sending this to me. He sent me this link, man, because I dropped a video about the 4 teenagers that they beat up a mentally disabled dude. They tortured him, and for the most part, no black person that I know co-signed their behavior. And the 4 people that I'm talking about these 4 people, okay? They tortured a mentally disabled white guy. Okay, they did it. And I'm going to use color for reference as this video. But none of the black people that I know, even on channels, nobody co-signed this, okay? Even on black channels who I deem as they're anti-black, but they're black. Okay? They didn't co-sign their behavior. Channels that are pro-black didn't co-sign their behavior. Black people in general did not co-sign their behavior because they were black. That's just the way that is. Black folks in general did not co-sign his behavior. Most of the black people I know called them idiots or said that, you know what, they don't have no home training. But nobody that I know that I deal with, they didn't co-sign this. They didn't complete. I mean, people were saying it was wrong. And if you acknowledge that it was wrong, then you didn't co-sign it. Now, this dude, let me tell you why this one is so bad. Not because he's a white guy. Now, let's forget about the color. Let's look at what this dude did. This dude, J.K. Howard, he took one of these, and y'all know what this is for. Hey, we use these to hang up clothes. I've used this to, help me pick a lock. You lock your keys in your car. You use a clothes hanger. You can open the car doors. Even if the locks are electric, you can still get into your car with a clothes hanger. But do you use this and do you put this up somebody's ass? Because that's what this piece of, that's what he did. He took a clothes hanger. And let's forget that the boy that he did it to was a black guy. Let's forget that. This guy took a clothes hanger and he put it in the anus of the rectum of a mentally disabled, autistic boy. That's what he did. That's what he did. And they're not going to even charge him as a sex offender. Let's go ahead and read down. Let's go to the last one. Oh, yeah. We don't believe it's appropriate for Mr. Howard to suffer the consequences of a sex offender. Right here, guys. Says it right here. We don't think it's appropriate for him to be a sex offender. Tell me, what qualifies you to be a sex offender? I mean, sticking a clothes hanger up somebody's behind, does that not qualify you? And clearly, okay, clearly, the guy was mentally disabled. But that don't justify you to be a sex offender. How you going to explain this? How? This ain't funny. This guy took a clothes hanger and sodomized a mentally disabled. This ain't funny. This ain't funny. Okay, this is not a joke. I'm going to tell y'all something. And I'm going to tell y'all something right now. There are people. There are channels ran by white people. There are actual commenters in comment sections saying that these four teenagers deserve the death penalty for what they did to this mentally disabled boy. Oh, it was messed up. But there are whites literally saying that they need to be killed. Now, when it comes to this guy, well, you got whites saying that, well, where's the proof? Where's the proof of him doing it? Where's the proof? Or he doesn't deserve the effects of being a sexual offender. So if he don't deserve it, then who does? So you mean to say y'all think that these 4 deserve death? Is that what y'all think? Does he not deserve death then if y'all think that those 4 deserve death? But see, this is where it gets good. I'm going to scroll down to the comments because I'm finna prove to y'all what I'm saying. Okay? Ain't nobody co-signing those 4 black. I didn't co-sign it. I know I did. I'm like, that's stupid. But you got people co-signing this. Now, here's a guy. And I want y'all to take a look. And I'm going to read this to you. Okay? This guy's name is John Pruitt. But this is something else that's a little bit more frightening. Okay? This dude appears to be an educator. That's right, teaching. He's teaching people. Looks like an educator. But I'm going to go deep into his little background. Now, he says, let's read what he says. Too bad there's no video of what the white boy did to the black boy. Already, guys, code word, okay? See, white boy to black boy. And then I started looking at his age. I'm like, yep, he was born in the height of racial inequality, definitely. But there isn't mulling over the recent Chicago torture case. A lot of people done made a video about that. And a lot of people didn't co-sign it. A lot of people that I know, they didn't co-sign this. Okay, a couple of days before the recent FB video crime occurred, the white victim was picked up by one of the black guys who later engaged in the crime. Okay, they slept in the van a night or two. The van, the black guy, Jay Hill, had stolen. Okay, so you put it in there that he stole a van. Great. They visited a few people, then ended up at the apartment of the two black sisters. Evidently, the white guy felt comfortable with these young blacks. Okay, but in the midst of socializing, he let slip that he liked Trump. Okay, like the rest of the nation, the young blacks have been subjected to sustained globalist, Obama nation, Hillaryite, Democrat, liberalist, MS media, and that's not even a damn word. Okay, that convinced them that all Trump supporters hate all non-whites and in particular hate blacks. Now, let me go and let me try to explain to y'all why he said this, okay? I'm going to explain to you why he said this, okay? Let's take a look at Mr. Pruitt's history. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so let's look at what Mr. Pruitt is, okay? Now, if you look at this photograph, you can tell it's a black and white photo, and then when you look at the time stamp on it, you know, this is in the early 60s. Of course, the height of racial injustice and inequality, okay? It's there. Okay, of course, he's in the picture. You can see him somewhere in the background. But if you look at this whole entire class, there's not one minority in the class, not one, okay? And, of course, that's normal for these times, okay? That's normal because this is the time of era where people will run around saying, God bless you and Jesus this, but then they run right outside and call the first black person a nigger or whatever, you know. And it wasn't just, you know, just blacks. They did it to a lot of races back then. But not one black person in the class. So this is kind of indicating and telling you that, you know, look, okay, this is what it is. This is what it was, okay? There's no bones about this. So we know, okay, the era he grew up in. And, of course, you know, boys, you know, black people are going to be boys. And, you know, see, they used the word boy back then. That was a common thing in that era. Okay, now, is this establishing that this guy's a racist? No, not even, okay? I'm not establishing that at all. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is why he would make this comment right here. Why he would say all Trump supporters hate all non-whites and in particular hate blacks. Now, he specifically said blacks. But let's just keep looking, okay? Let's go to another photograph in his arsenal. Now, out of respect for his wife and just, you know, you can go to his page if you want to see these, okay? But, guys, Look at who he's married to. Now, he's married to a woman from Thailand. He's married to a woman from Thailand, so that's very significant. Because in this story, he said, support Trump and hate all blacks. So, let's just go ahead and get this in perspective. See, so basically the reason why he would make that comment is because he's married to a woman from Thailand. So he had to kind of make it seem like that all Trump supporters hate all non-whites. Of course you can't have these feelings because you're married to a woman from Thailand. But see, if you were married to a black woman, I guarantee you he would have said, and particularly hate blacks, or, you know, all Trump supporters don't hate blacks. I guarantee you he would have made the comment kind of scripted to his own needs and purposes. Okay? So you definitely waited till your later years to date outside of your race because we knew back then that would be totally unacceptable. But see, this is the mentality. See, this is the mentality of the person who are making these comments, okay? And this guy, you know, and here's one white guy. Now, he pretty much said, listen, he discussed it, okay? He discussed it. And, you know, I mean, not every white person is a bad person, guys. Not every white person is a bad person. Because I even met a white guy. You know, my car, you know, and I got this habit, man. I have a bad habit, and my car run out of gas. And you know what? He said, listen, man, I'll take you up there and grab you some gas. And I didn't know him, you know. Now, I was strapped. But, I mean, he was a nice guy, man. You know, figured out that his kids like sports. And we both had boxing in common. You know, we both were fans of, him and I both were fans of Errol Spence Jr. But, I mean, not all white people are bad. But, you know, There are some that are just crazy, man. And just anybody. Okay, there are people in every race that's crazy, but this guy trying to actually justify this, I mean, it's stupid. And Mr. Pruitt, you've been had, okay? You've been had. And on this show, you better come with it or you going to get it. And that's just the way that is. Guys, I'm done with this kind of stuff for a while. Back to boxing and MMA. I'm done.